Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have not done anything. I have felt like crap. Y'all know I'm taking Monjaro. I've been taking it for a year now. So my next appointment, I'm supposed to go off the shots onto, I think she said Ribelsis. So I'm looking forward to that because those shots make me feel terrible the next day. Like terrible. Death, like the flu. So yesterday I took my shot last night before I went to bed and I feel like crap. I am feeling a little bit better right now though, so it's starting to wear off a little bit. It does me like that, like if I take it that night, the next day, like half of the next day, I feel really bad. And then after that, it kind of wears off and I feel fine. I know there's been so many questions about Monjaro. I would say half of like my Facebook and Instagram inbox messages are about Monjaro. And somebody even asked if I would do a live about it. But I feel like I've already kind of said everything I know about it. I hadn't even heard of it until my doctor prescribed it to me. And I'd been on Ozempic, Trulicity, Metformin, all the things. Nothing worked. So she was like, I'm going to try you on this. It was just a prescription to me. I didn't know anything about the weight loss part. Nothing like that. Took it to the pharmacy. Got it. Started taking it and then started losing a bunch of weight, and I wasn't sure if it was just from being so active on YouTube doing makeovers or if it was from the Monjaro. And I think it was probably from the Monjaro because it curbed my appetite so much. Like I took it last night, so I probably won't eat 2 or 3 bites today, and then by the end of the week when it starts to wear off, I will have more of an appetite. But I think the Monjaro played a big part of my weight loss because I was about 155, 160-ish when I started taking it, and I'm 120 now. I do wonder, though, if I hadn't have taken the Monjaro, what weight I would be now. If I would have lost weight because I'm very active. I don't know. It may have just been the Monjaro. I don't know if I'll gain weight back when I go off the Monjaro. Don't know anything about it, but I know it makes me feel terrible. My brother took it for several months and lost 30 pounds. And he said it made him feel so good. And since he's stopped taking it, he feels terrible. He said that it helped with joint pain, inflammation, all that. I think it's the complete opposite for me. It makes me feel terrible. Honestly, when I go to give myself that shot, I cringe because I feel like I'm injecting myself with poison. It's that bad. Let me go take your flash. I'll be right back. Okay. So there's that about the Monjaro. I will say, like, my A1C was over 12. It is, last time I had it checked, it was like 6. It's crazy good. It's helped me so much. It's been worth every ache and pain that I've had with it. I would recommend it to anybody. Ozempic, Trulicity, nothing touched my blood sugar the way this has. And this has been life-changing. I've not changed my diet. If I am hungry, I'll eat what anybody else is eating for supper. But I can only eat just a few bites and I'm done. And like almost nauseous. So I would recommend it to anybody. It's definitely been life-changing for me. I think I've probably lost a little too much weight. Like I didn't want to be this size. I was happy at 130, 135. I'm 5'4". So I feel like I have lost a little too much on it. But anyway, another question that I got, and I've not answered, I've tried to answer most of you. I know there's probably some questions that are repetitive and I've answered one and not somebody else, and it has nothing to do with answering this person because of who they are and not you. Don't take it personal. It's just that I just don't have a lot of time. Between sports and my kids, and I've got one in college, one pregnant, one that's out on her own, and I'm trying to spend time with her, and then Allison's here with volleyball and school and then YouTube and all that. It is a lot, but I know there's been a lot of questions on, like, you all are suggesting that I move up here, and I'm not sure. It's got its pros and cons. One thing I will say about being up here, and I'll go ahead and show you, like, it's got its own air returns. It's got its own air return. It's got a vent over here and a vent over here. But this room stays really warm in the summer. We will put like, we've been putting trash bags. We need to get window tent, but we'll put like something over the skylights to keep the sun from beating down. I did take that off because now we need the heat. But, I mean, you can feel warm air blowing out of the vents and cold air. Don't know what the deal is, but it will not cool this room. I do keep the door shut, and that might be some of it, but I don't want the animals up here. I don't want, you know, I'll let Flash come up here with me every now and then, but I don't want the cats up here. Don't want him up here a whole bunch. I want to keep the dog hair under control, just for the baby and all that. If it's super cold or super hot, of course I won't bring the baby up here. But I would like to have this room, kinda. I would like to be able to put like a little couch or a love seat or something and just have my own space. I know Heather mentioned at one time maybe taking this room and me taking her room, and she hasn't really said anything else about that, and I really don't want to do that just because I have kids in this house and it's just her, and we do split bills, and I don't want to take that away from her. I feel like that is her end of the house where she can go to be away from my kids and me and all the chaos, and just her little safe haven, because these kids are not her responsibility. So I feel like with me being on this end of the house, I'm with my kids and I'm with the chaos. If Allison needs me, I'm right across the hall. Even if she needed me and I was up here, I'm just right up the stairs. Allison's had this room before. She came up here and said, oh, I would like to have this room back. And I was like, no, not happening. We moved her up, then we moved her back down, and she'll stay down there. Kennedy and Allison swapped rooms. Kennedy swapped rooms with her to have this space for like homework, or if her roommate wants to come home with her, or any of those girls. I know there's probably like 15 girls that their families live far off, and if they want to come home with her, they're welcome. Even Reagan will stay here sometimes, and she'll sleep up here because it's just an empty bed if Kennedy's not here. And I have thought about putting an extra bed up here, maybe putting 2 twin beds, or this bed and then a twin bed, just so my kids have a place to stay if they need to. Lexi and Hunter stayed the night here before. Kind of like having it open as a guest room, because Kennedy just basically uses it as a guest room, and then Reagan uses it, and if Lexi and Hunter ever need to stay or whatever, it's here. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't like walking up and down the stairs, and I know that's crazy lazy of me, and that's a really petty reason not to take this room, but I hate the stairs. Especially like having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, go out my door, there's the bathroom. Here, it's like I'd have to go down the stairs, up the stairs, and I know that's just silly. But the stairs, I'm not crazy about the stairs. And, you know, it's over the garage, so all my kids have garage door openers. This garage door is like up, down, up, down, up, down all the time, and it vibrates this floor because the garage door is right here. And yeah, so that's kind of annoying, especially when it's like early in the morning and Heather's leaving for work before 6 o'clock and things like that. And I also feel like if she leaves for work, and we have cameras and we get alerted if anybody's on the property, but if something were to happen and downstairs, I don't really hear it because this is a whole different world up here. It is so quiet as far as from the rest of the house that if I were up here and Heather was gone and Allison's down there by herself, I don't want her to be down there by herself. And I know that's a petty reason too. She's 12, but I don't want her being by herself. And I don't know, that's just the mom in me. But I don't know. We'll just see. I mean, it's here if I want it. And if I want to sleep up here, it's fine. You know, we just sleep wherever. In the beginning, Allison and Kennedy had the 2 rooms downstairs in the beginning. Reagan was up here, Heather was in there, and I was on the couch, or I would sleep with Allison. And I didn't even have a room. So when Reagan moved out, it freed up a room, and at least I have my own room now. I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, I get ready in Heather's room. I take a shower in there. Do my hair in there and makeup in there. But then, like, it don't matter to me where I sleep. It doesn't. And I know everybody, I know a lot of people, it's like their little safe haven and they go to their room and they read or wind down and things like that. But we don't. We're all in the living room, kitchen, or dining room until we're like okay, we're going to sleep. We go straight to our bed and we're out until morning. And then it's the same thing. We never spend any time in our rooms. So Allison does, but we don't. But anyway, that's a little update on who's getting this room. I don't know. As far as right now, it's Kennedy's. Or any of my kids that need it. I'll never tell my kids they can't stay here. Where I am, my kids are welcome. And if they're not welcome, I'm not welcome. And that's just the way it is. You know, like I said, this house is half mine. And I have a lot more baggage than she does. But she acts like and tells me that she loves it. And I really, truly think she does. You know, she wanted kids. She wasn't ever able to have them. And she has soaked up like decorating kids' rooms and get to do things with kids. She asked me, she was like, do you care if I go, this was last year, do you care if I go with Kennedy to get a prom dress? Would that bother you? And I was like, heck no. I have 4 girls. I've done it a whole bunch of times. And I'm not the easiest one to shop with because me and Kennedy will butt heads. It was easier for me to let them go and Heather experience that. And Kennedy is more practical with Heather than she is me, if that makes sense. So anyway, it's just, it is what it is for now. And I'm happy and content, and my kids are happy and thriving. And Heather seems to be happy and content. And we'll just see where it goes. If she ever moves out or finds somebody, and, you know, we'll deal with it when the time comes. But as of right now, I don't think she has much interest in dating. I think Shonda's kind of trying to hook her up with somebody, so we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, it is what it is, and we'll see. But I'm going to finish painting this room. I'm going to go grab some paint, and I'm going to get to painting in my brand new pajamas. I know that's probably a mistake, but I don't want to change it. I'm freezing. So anyway, I'm going to go get some paint.
I lost my ways, no words to say. You're on my mind, and time flies by. I'm cutting down the wires, I'm feeling kinda tired. I think I lost myself, I think I lost it all. You know it's true, I've been thinking about you. You made me feel so safe right when you told me you were mine. But I'm too late, I can't undo my mistakes. The time's run out and I'm left standing wet here in the rain.
So talking about questions that I get, the second most asked question probably is, besides are you and Alden getting back together, is what kind of shampoo and conditioner do you use? Because your hair always looks so shiny. And that makes me giggle a little bit because I just use the cheapest thing I can find, really. Most of the time it's Suave or Dove. Dove's probably my go-to, but sometimes I'll use Suave. I put Suave in the little bathroom, so in there, that's what we use. And then in Heather's bathroom, it's Dove. So just whichever bathroom I'm in is what I use. In 2020, I went to the doctor for a physical for work, and she found a mole on my back that didn't look quite right. So she sent me to a dermatologist, and they did a biopsy, and it came back melanoma stage 2. And I had to have surgery to have all that removed. I had 22 stitches across my back, so I have a pretty scar across my back right above where my bra strap would be. And pretty sure I got that from the tanning bed. So if you're a tanner, be careful. And if you have any kind of a mole or spot on you that doesn't look quite right, please have that looked at. When my biopsy came back melanoma and it was stage 2, they said that they had to operate within 10 days. So it spreads extremely quickly and super aggressive. So if you have any kind of spot on you that doesn't look right, please have it checked. That was September of 2020, and the end of November 2020, I tested positive for COVID. It turned into pneumonia in both lungs, and I was in the hospital for a week. I've never been so sick in my life. I've never had breathing problems, lung issues, never before, not since, thank God. When I was told that I had melanoma and it was in stage 2, I was devastated and I was scared. I know I prayed, please let them get clear margins and to let me live. I don't deserve it. Don't do it for me, but please don't take me away from my kids. Then the same with COVID. I was so sick that I think sometimes death would have felt better, but I begged God to let me live for my kids because my kids needed me so badly. So after COVID, I had hair loss, like really bad hair loss. I could pull my hair out by the handfuls. I had bald spots. So I promised God, I said, if you'll just let me keep my hair, I'll never color it. I won't cut it. Just let me keep my hair. So I haven't had a haircut or any kind of color put on my hair since probably the beginning of 2020, maybe the end of 2019. So yeah, I think that's one reason it's so shiny and healthy is because I have not had anything done to it. I know I do need to get my ends trimmed or, get it cut a little bit, but as far as the color, I've not put anything on it. My hair used to be super blonde and now it's pretty dark, but it is so much healthier. So stay out of the tanning bed, and if you want some shiny, healthy, pretty hair, don't color it.
At you all night, put you in that spotlight. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna look at you all night, put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful, you're beautiful, and it's like you're untouchable, like you're untouchable. Don't you know, you're beautiful, I'll sing until my lungs give out, you're beautiful. Crazy, oh, I just want you now. I wanna hold you close, don't wanna take it slow. Oh, I just want you now.
Right here, I'm just standing there thinking, should I paint it black or leave it white? Either way, it needed a white coat of paint or a black coat of paint. And I was like, shoot, it's just a door. It'll paint. If I don't like the black, I can paint it white. So here I am painting the door black. I left the trim around it white. I do kind of like it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be okay. I don't know if we'll leave it black or not. Don't really know what made me do this, but I just started painting it. So y'all can let me know what you think about it. But Kennedy had called as I was painting this door, and she was like, we have Secret Santa with our softball group at our coach's house on Saturday, and I drew this girl's name, and I don't know what to get her. And she had told me that there was a store up there close to her that had ATSU fabric. And I was like, well, what about a blanket? Because it's like a $10 limit. So, it's not a huge gift. It's just something little. But I was like, what if I get some material, make her an ATSU blanket? And she was like, oh, she would love that. So me, Allison, Heather, and Alden rode up there with us to get to see Kennedy again. So we went up there and I got some fabric to make her a blanket. So that is turning out so cute. And it's a pretty nice gift for $10. I mean, what can you really get for $10? So I think the fabric was a little more than 10, but that's okay. But anyway, so you'll see in a minute. I'll take you guys with us just for like a minute, include a little bit of that. But then we get back and I get this room put back together. I love how it turned out. I declutter a bunch. I move a bunch of this stuff down to the garage for the girls to go through. I know there was boxes of some stuff that just needs to be gone through and gotten rid of. Like Allison loves to make bracelets, and there's a bunch of cord and random beads and things like that. There's just a lot of random things that needs to just be gone. Then there's like a box of sweatshirts that I know Kennedy will want, so she can go through those. I don't want to throw jerseys or anything that's special to her away. I'd rather her go through that. And I know one box had some like awards and different things like that in it. So that for sure will keep, but the kids do need to take some time and go through that. But I do get it out of this room because over at this closet, I know I don't show this area much, but it was just boxes on these shelves of stuff. And a lot of stuff was still Allison's from where she didn't want it, so she left it up here for Kennedy. And then there was some stuff that Kennedy had thrown in a box to move up that she just didn't want, so it needs to be gone through.
Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. You got your high heels on, and I'm wearing my worn-out jeans. What could go wrong? Sipping on a beer, sing along to our favorite songs. All I want is you. You make my world spin round and round. Sometimes I don't know what to do, 'cause my heart starts racing when I'm with you. Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. A never-ending sunshine.
Say hello.
Oh, hey there. I got my test back too. I only missed 12 and a half questions.
What'd you make?
105.
Oh, how?
Extra credit. I got 40 extra credit for it.
Is he coming?
They don't.
It's all the same.
I like the ribbon.
I know, it's
On this
cute.
tree. I like the UT one too.
Gingerbread's pretty.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me. Oh, that you only want me. Some kind of magic, you came into my life, and with that bedhead, you give me falling twice. Yeah, you're an angel, and always on my mind.
This is after we got home, and it was like 10 o'clock, and I knew that if I didn't just go up there and do it, it would be waiting for me the next day, and I would dread it so badly. So as tired as I was, I drug myself up there. Alden was downstairs with Allison. They were eating something, and I made so many trips up and down these stairs taking stuff down, and Allison would come up to the top and get some things, but I took most things to the bottom of the steps, and Allison and Alden would get them and take them to the garage. So they were pretty helpful. So I did get a lot of things out of this room, and I ended up folding that pack and play up just to give us some extra room for the time being. And yeah, the rocking chair that was up here, I also took that downstairs to the garage. I decluttered quite a bit, and there's probably more I could declutter. I know that mirror probably just needs to go downstairs because I just put that in the corner just to kind of move it out of the way. And Allison has a mirror in her room. She doesn't really need it and doesn't have a spot for it. So yeah, just taking a chance to get all this decluttered and gone through. It tends to be just a catch-all spot sometimes, and not just a handy little hot spot where you walk in and you unload everything on your dining room table or your counter. It's more like you're cleaning the house and you have something and you don't know where to put it, so you bring it up here. So that's the kind of space this has become for us. So I wanted to go through it and make it functional again. No stairs.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me. 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 If I could live all my life tonight, we're not on the road. I wouldn't die, 'cause there's nothing I want more. I wanna stay by your side, never gonna let you go. Tell me I'm the one you're thinking of.
I just have a little sign of Kennedy's over there at the closet blurred out because it's just personal and I didn't want to show that. And there's also some Velcro strips across the ceiling above that table, and there's a little bolt in the wall. I'm sure you guys noticed that. But that bolt is there to hang that mirror because it's so heavy. So I didn't want to take that down just in case they were to hang that again. Then that's already there. And the Velcro strips are actually for a light, and we still have that strip light, and it's just for makeup. It just kind of lights you up as you do your makeup in front of that mirror. So I left those two just because I don't know if Kennedy wants to hang that back up or not. If she does, I'll just put that table on the other side of the wall and she can use that spot for makeup again, like her vanity. But I'm not sure if she wants to keep that. If not, I'll take that bolt out, patch that hole. It's not a big deal. But she had brought these lights up and had laid them at the door, so I was assuming she wanted them hung, and I already had hooks on the ceiling there from where Allison used to have a little canopy that would hang down over her bed. So I just put a couple of little thumbtacks over on the sides to hold those lights, and then I used those hooks that were already on the ceiling. So I thought that was pretty cute. I mean, for a girl's room, I think that's kind of the thing right now is lights like that. So, you know, let them be girls. Even if it's a hole in your wall, let them be girls.
But everything's just fake. Now you're becoming the person you once hated. You also used to say that. I tell myself I don't want that. What glitters isn't gold. I tell myself I don't need it, 'cause I'm fine on my own. But I hate being on the outside looking through a window. I say I don't want it, but I'm so full of it. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh.
I think I lost the footage from where I chased Flash all over the room with what was left of that wallpaper. He had it in his mouth and he would not give it to me, and he was running everywhere. So anyway, I made him go downstairs with Allison for a while so I could get this finished. But I'm going to go ahead and read my devotional to you guys, and today's is Second Opinion. When you appear, I worship while all my enemies run in retreat. They stumble and perish before your presence. Psalms 9:3. When you go to the doctor about a condition that needs explaining, you might not always be confident in their diagnosis. People will usually encourage you to get a second opinion. There are times when significant people in your life have told you something about yourself that makes you feel terrible. They might have labeled you selfish or crazy or a number of accusations. This is your time to go get a second opinion. Go straight to your Heavenly Father and ask Him what He thinks. This is your God who created you and loves you unconditionally and sees nothing but the best, redeemed person that you are. Can you trust God to put your accusers to shame when He shows up to cover you? I just said yesterday to someone in the comments, someone commented and said that someone had told their family a bunch of things that wasn't true and all this stuff. And I said, people are quick to grab a hold of the juicy bad stuff instead of asking that person or saying that's none of my business. I'm not going to go any further with that. But a lot of people will grab a hold of the juicy stuff and they'll run with it when it's not true, and it hurts innocent people. You don't realize how it hurts people, and I've done it too. I've done it in the past so many times and thought things were true that wasn't and ran with it, and it's fun and it's entertaining. But you don't realize the other side of that. You don't realize what that person's going through or how that could tear that person apart. Maybe it is true, but you know what? Maybe it isn't. You don't know until you talk to that person. And 99% of the time, it's none of your business anyway. That's happened to us. And I've had so many people come to us and say, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I would have repeated that, or I said this or that I hurt you. And I know from experience that if things like that are said about you, if you'll sit back and let that play out, and I know it stinks. My mom said it so many times. She was like, Amanda, just let it ride out. They'll pay for what they've done and people will see the truth. And it was so hard for me to do that. But now looking back, I just giggle because it's so funny how things turned around and people seen what was true. And then you also seen, some say karma, I say God keeps score. I've seen just in the past little bit that come back to bite somebody. So, be careful what you say about people. Don't always believe the worst. And if it is something bad that's going on and it's a rumor, maybe you should offer to help that person, or maybe you should pray for that person. Flash's Tutor, $10 roll of hair soap. Well, maybe it'll work. You're not what people say you are. People can put labels on you all day long. At the end of the day, all that matters is what God thinks of you, what He says you are, and what He knows you are. And He loves you unconditionally, no matter what. Doesn't matter what you've done, where you've been, what you're doing, whatever. He loves you, and He is an understanding, compassionate God. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and let you guys see what it looks like in the end, and I think it's better. I may paint that brick. I know a lot of you have said to paint it, and a lot of you have said to leave it, but I'm not sure about it. Someone suggested we stain that piece of wood the same color as the top rail of that bed, and I think that would look so pretty too. So we'll do something with that. Not today. I need to get back to my brother's. I'm fixing to go over there this afternoon, and I'm going to work nonstop day after day to get his place done. He is ready to do it. I'm ready to do it. We finally both have gotten on the same page with our schedules, so we're going to get that fixed up. So stay tuned for that. But remember, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know for showing up for me. And I love you. I do. I feel like you're my friends. I feel like you're someone who listens to me vent. Even when you may mute me, I still feel like you're listening to me. So, whatever. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys. I love you. But I will see you guys in the next one. Which one's your favorite?
That one.
This one is? I like the, the heart.
He washes over me with light.
This is the one she's taken to the hospital. I want a baby in a seat. Darn it.
We need you like this.
I won't hug her. I can't wait for you to hold her. Then I'm going to turn this blanket upside down so it's black.
Serenity, a holy peace. He shows His love is free and wide. He is the master of my life. He washes over me with light. Serenity, a holy peace. He shows His love is free and wide. He is the master of my life. He has chosen me. I have chosen Him. Let there be nothing in between, nothing in between. He carries me beneath become my strength. He carries me beneath his wings, from glory to the deepest pain. I dance beside him in the rain. His goodness has become my strength. He has chosen me. I have chosen him. Let there be nothing in between, nothing in between. He has chosen me. I have chosen.
Here in the waiting, wandering and fading, I know there is something more than this. I think I am ready for doing some changing. Oh God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, live a life that shows through